read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the front porch. My name's Kenny Dean. Did I not say good morning to you? Did we sip yesterday morning?
I think we did, but we'll do it twice today.
That's okay. We don't want to sip you to sap-sucking death. Hey, we had some phone issues yesterday. Reverend Emerson Ware is our man with the thought for the day this week, and I just love Reverend Emerson Ware. I've been knowing him for a long time. Of course, remember the good Reverend has a dry cleaners over in Dadeville. He's had that for years. Now he has the Town and Country on Cherokee Road right next to Playhouse Cinema. Just changed hands. Still great girls in there. Still great service. But Reverend Emerson Ware was in the Army.
Yes.
Way back
yes.
there. I believe he's ringing. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to wait till Cubby is with us this week. Ryan Fuller again is out on a work mission. He'll be out all week long. So Ryan, wherever you are, we hoping you're having a good.
So you're telling me we're about to hear the coolest voice in town.
Well, I hate to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this button, Cubby. You ready? All right. It's not blinking or anything. Reverend.
Good morning.
Told you.
It's just
How you guys doing?
It's just good to hear your voice this morning.
Yes, sir. Good to hear your voice.
Did you have a good Monday?
I had a wonderful Monday.
Well, we're just glad that you're with us all week long. And again, I know you and I talked about this, Reverend. Thursday is the first day of May. It also is the National Day of Prayer. And at the First Baptist Church in downtown Alexander City, they'll have a service at 6 o'clock. And at that,
that's correct.
You know, every day should be a National Day of Prayer. You agree with that?
Yes, sir. Completely.
Well, buddy, we are glad.
But Jesus and men ought to always pray.
Yes, sir.
And not faint.
I do mine every morning, and a lot of times I have a shorter version at nighttime. But we are glad that you're with us. We know you have a busy day, so we'll go ahead and turn it over to you right now, my friend.
Thanks again for the invite.
Yes, sir.
But our thought for today will come from Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 28 and 29. He said, "Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, our Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is he weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He give power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he give them strength." And our thought for today, since we're rapidly approaching our National Day of Prayer, would be the price that we pay for not praying. And I believe that it is a sin not to pray. But Jesus said for a man to know to do right and don't do it, to him is a sin. A lady came to the great preacher of the last century, G. Campbell Morgan, and she said to him, "I only take the big things to God. I don't take small things to God." And G. Campbell Morgan said, he looked at the lady and said, "Anything you take to God is little. It might seem big to you, but it's little, whatever it is, when it comes to God." And God wants us to talk to him. In Matthew chapter 7, he says, "Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you." And this is an invitation to speak with him about anything, because he knows what you're thinking. He knows what you won't tell him. He knows about anything and everything. And if we have a need, we're to ask. If we seek answers, we'll find him. If we want opportunities to open up for us, he will respond when we knock. So many of us don't spend as much time in prayer as we should. And forsaken prayer can be costly. If we don't spend time with God, we might find ourselves on a slippery slope, sliding through weariness, discouragement, and doubt. And believe me when I tell you that there are certain situations, circumstances that can take its toll on our lives that we call burdens. Burdens can wear you out if you attempt to do it by yourself. But God does not intend for that weight to be on our shoulders. The Bible says, cast all of your cares upon him, for he carried for you. Because we weren't built for heavy loads. And I heard someone say God will not put any more on you than you can bear. But I don't believe that. God will put more on you than you can bear. If you could handle it, you wouldn't need God. And we're hauling around all our worries and our cares around, and it can be exhausting. Give it to Jesus. He can do more with it than we can. We sing a song in the church, say, take your burdens to the Lord and leave them there. God bless you guys and God keep you is our prayer.
Oh, wow. Thank you
you.
so much. You just opened up my mind, Reverend, on, sometimes I want to, I may have some little thing I want to leave with him, and I said, nah, I'm not going to bother him. But, if it's a big one or if it's a little one, I've never thought about, they're all little to him.
Right.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Thank you for opening up our minds. Thank you for opening up our hearts, and I hope people will take what you just said to heart, and that they'll go out and use it. They'll go out and use it today. Hey, God bless you, my friend. Have a great day, and if you can get us over the hump tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow's going to be the last day of April, believe it or not.
Yes, sir, it will be.
All right, buddy. You have a great day.
God bless you guys.
Bye.
Let me tell you, they just don't get any better than Reverend Emerson Ware. We're going to start out this morning with Shane Harris, County Extension Agent. He'll be on from 6:30 to 7:30. So if you got questions, feel free to text either one of us, email either one of us, or feel free to call in, because he'll be out here the whole hour from 6:30 to 7:30 answering questions. And it's kind of that time of the year, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have questions about your yard, your garden, your flowers. So make sure you call us. That's what he enjoys doing. Shane Harris is good at what he does. He enjoys what he does, and we enjoy having him on the show. He's been coming on the show for, 20 years, I guess. But and then at 7:30, our old buddy Henry Farr from Emporium Wine. Of course, he's involved with a lot of other things in the area. He'll be on with us at 7:30. Cubby, if you're ready for the weather, we'll start out with 64 degrees this morning. Feels, again, pretty good. I know with the ball game last night, a little breeze, felt good. 85 today. Still that little small chance of rain. Now, let's go into the rest of tonight. Let's talk about tonight. 65, partly cloudy tonight, no rain tonight. Now, the last day of April tomorrow, 86 and 66. And the first day of May, 85 and 64. A little rain in here on Friday, a little bit more rain on Saturday. Now, we're going to have kind of a cool down the 1st of May with Saturday in mid-70s, mid-50s at nighttime, 78 Sunday, 54 degrees. I'm liking that. 5-day forecast brought to you by some folks I think the world of. Alex City Marine, the Yerke family. With the weather starting to change, the lake is ready. Memorial Day is right around the corner. It's ready to kick off. And are you ready? Is your boat ready? That's the main thing. Is your boat ready? If it's not, take it by Alex City Marine, Cherokee Road. Corner Produce and Car Wash, right across from the airport. Not airport, it's on Airport Drive, right across from the bowling alley. If you're looking for produce, if you're looking for fruits, if you're looking for a snow biz, shaved ice, they have all that. Amish cheese, and a lot of plants and flowers right out in front. And you can get your car wash there too at Corner Produce and Car Wash.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, located 1881 Goodwater Highway, Sylacauga, Alabama, is one of the fastest growing funeral homes in the area. We are pleased to announce the grand opening of our crematory, an expansion that allows us to offer traditional services as well as cremations starting at $8.99, serving Talladega, Coosa, Clay, Tallapoosa, Elmore, and the surrounding region. That's Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, 256-245-1454.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleeps for, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park. And there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of the citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-6736.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
Come on back in here and join us if you don't mind. We got some things to talk about. Hey, one thing I want to show you right now, the city of Alexander City. If you've been going around anywhere, Joseph Street, where where the city workshop is, they're extending that whole area right there, and I really like what they're doing. What this is, now effective yesterday, the Alexander City Recycling Center will be closed for the next 3 weeks. They're moving the equipment and transition to the new recycling center. So if you've been going by there and you're trying to figure out what that building is, that will be your new recycling center. Sometimes in May, I guess maybe the latter part of May, we'll be I'll get with Jessica Sanford or my buddy Marty Kendricks, and Marty told me about it. I saw Jessica last night at the ball game. So it's really going to be convenient too.
I rode by there last week and I was like, I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you told us.
Well, one thing about that whole area out there, they got pipes, they got dirt, they got rocks, they got the equipment. When they need something for your driveway or your road or whatever, they got one location they can pull right into. But that's thank y'all for doing that. But we'll. In fact, we'll kind of remind you about that each and every day. Hey, I talked to my buddy Ken Ledbetter. I call him Leadbelly. Fire Truck Barbecue will start running the food truck on Thursdays and Fridays. They'll be set up right across from where they were, right there at the 5 Point Storage in downtown Alex City. They'll start May the 1st, run from 10 until 2. I'm not sure what they'll be serving out of that truck. I know it'll be some good barbecue, so I just want to pass that along to you also.
Have we had any updates on Highway 63?
I have talked to Shannon Jones. There's another picture. That's a big old thing. That Shannon Jones is with the DOT, and I've given him some dates about being on. It will be next month. So no, to answer your question, but we do. I am in touch with somebody to get them out here on the show and explain it to us.
Gotcha. Cool. You know, if you want to learn how to dance, your little girls want to dance, mini dance camp over at the high school this weekend, May 3rd, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 8:30 in the morning at the VRHS gym, $40 registration fee. The dance team will be there, I think, and it'll be a fun event Saturday morning if you're a dancer.
Hey,
I'm not.
Tomorrow, our guest, Jim Clanton from Jim's Pharmacy over in Davie will be with us. John Freeman with the Elks. I know the Elks has a lot going on this month. Of course, on Thursday night they have the bingo on Thursday nights that's been well attended for many years. And that's on Thursday night. And then on Friday, I think it's this weekend. I got it in here somewhere. I promise you I do. They've got, here we go, El Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th, which will be on Sunday. Celebrate at the Lodge, music with Mark and Tia, because they'll have some good food down there. And John will be taco bar. Are you a taco fan?
Yeah. I like fish tacos.
Fish tacos?
They're good. Yes.
Oh,
got Cubby awake in there.
He jumped in there too. Fish taco. I've heard of them. I don't think I've had them. I know the Wharf has them.
Yeah.
A fish taco.
They're good. More and more restaurants are starting to have. They haven't been around all that
catfish
many.
in them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess they have, like Cindy. You got some shrimp tacos Saturday. We were in Birmingham eating with some folks, and she got shrimp tacos. I'm allergic to shrimp, so she gets those because she knows I won't try to eat her food if she gets those.
As far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything, and a lot of folks are. Shellfish, is that?
Hard work.
Well, now, hard work. Let me tell you what, Miss Ellen Dean will start back chemo after being off a month, and it literally gave her life back. Working in the yard, but starting today, and I know she'll be taking the pills for a couple of weeks, but also a lesser dosage. So hopefully it won't be as strong. But that hard work, Cubby just brought it up. She has worked her rear end off, and it was good for her, not just her soul, but muscles. That from laying around. Laying around is just not healthy.
Not good for you.
Whether you're sick or not, just laying around and doing nothing is simply not not healthy. So get out there.
A
And
body
move.
in motion stays in motion. I mean, if you keep moving, you keep moving. If you
Where'd
lay
you
ar-
get that from?
Ma-
Calvin Coolidge?
No,
I think he said that.
I think my papa told me that.
And what is it again? Say it again.
A body in motion stays in motion. If you lay around and get sedentary,
Get what?
See, I'm using words you ain't used to.
I mean, come on.
Hey,
Andy Tucker's coming down the road right now, and he has heard that word, and he did the same thing I did. What does it mean?
meaning you just settle. You just kind of like you become Jabba the Hutt. You know, you just kind of just lay there and things just don't work anymore.
Well, you're right about that.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to say that word. Nobody out there knew what the heck it was. Hey,
I bring culture to you every now and then.
Hey, Habitat for Humanity's got the big Habitat Hideaway giveaway. It's really a neat shed. You can get those tickets from the Habitat office, which is located on Lee Street here in Alexander City. This coming Thursday, a mission a trip fundraiser at my buddy Matthew Reams over in downtown Rockford. Have you ever? I know I've asked you there. You said you've had their fish.
Oh, at the
Triple R.
Triple R. Oh yeah, Fridays is Fish Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had their fish, but let me tell you what. They're chicken.
Well, let's go one Friday at lunch.
All right.
You will be seen in public with me.
You go like at 12, and I'll go at 11, and we'll see you.
I got you.
You think about it, and Ryan and I've talked about this. It's not that far from Alex City to Rockford, and for downtown Rockford. And downtown Rockford is really a neat small town, USA, with a courthouse down there. Triple R Cafe this coming Thursday. They'll have a brisket dinner, includes a serving of brisket, baked beans, and coleslaw. Recommended donation of $15. Let me tell you what all proceeds will go towards their ministry partnership with Shannon Park Baptist Church in Fairbanks, Alaska. So put that on your things to do this coming Thursday, which is National Day of Prayer, which they do have an event at the First Baptist Church in downtown Alexander City.
The Art of Aging. This is kind of neat. May 22nd, the 4th annual The Art of Aging, put on by Ivy Creek Hospice over at Betty Carroll Graham Center at
I
the
love Betty Carroll Graham.
Self-care, caregiving conference, no cost to attend. Hospice is a big thing around here, so it's they're putting The Art of Aging on 12 to 4 on May 22nd.
And put that on your things or on your list to do. Dementia Caregiver Support Group this coming Monday at the Flint Hill Methodist Church. It will be at 1 o'clock downstairs at the church. One thing I remember about downstairs at Flint Hill Methodist Church, when I was in Cub Scouts, Miss Nona Fuller, they had Fuller's General Merchandise. I love that woman. She was my Scout Master, but my
Cub Scout Master.
Yeah.
Cub Scout Den Mother.
I love that woman. I also was in her Sunday school class. Of course, we were the Dean family, the Fuller family was a close-knit family. We traded with Fuller General Merchandise. But when I was in the Cub Scouts, I was playing, I forget what. It was a play, and I just got some brand new U.S. Kids tennis shoes. You know, had a little blue thing on the
very back.
Yeah, on the very back. And
they rubbed off by the time you got them worn out.
Well, these were brand new, and I had to step in some mud pies in this play. And I guess Mary Frances probably got them cleaned up. Mary Frances, she loved to keep things clean. Monday, May the 5th, 1 to 4 at Russell Medical Cancer Center, free skin cancer screening. Dr. Stephen Mackey will be on hand to do that. No appointment needed. Just show up, get it done. We'll be right back. Salvation Army is located on Highway 280 here in Alexander City. Salvation Army does a lot of good for so many, not just in clothing and furniture, but in dishes and that type, pots and pans, but also in helping you with a bill. There's a lot of, they don't just give out money. So if you're having some tough times at your house, get in touch with them. Get in touch with them today at Salvation Army, 6800 US 280 AC.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats, there's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away. We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SCC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival and 2 weekend tickets to the Talladega Race. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
And it's coming up on 6:30 on a Tuesday morning. It's time to talk lawns and gardens and issues with bugs and stuff with Shane Harris, County Extension Agent.
Good morning.
Is that time? People are really into it now.
It's wide open. You better get on ready for the ride. There's lots and lots of stuff to do right now because it's It's here. This season's whatever you want to do, you can do outside. You can plant, maintain. It's go.
Hey, I'm gonna go to, and I should have, in my backyard where I had some septic issues, and it's been fixed now. They cleared it out. So, but where my zoysia grass was, it's dirt. Do I need to get zoysia grass seed, scratch it in?
Well,
tell me what I ought to do with that.
Well, when it comes to the grass, there's only a few seeds that you can get, and primarily it's centipede.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're everything else is a hybrid. So you're like your hybrid Bermuda grass, your St. Augustine, most of your centipedes you can't get except from sod or sprigs.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are a few miscellaneous zoysia grass seeds out there and stuff.
Okay.
But the problem is it may not match what you currently have. When I say match, I'm talking about variety and typically coarseness, because you can have a thin bladed one and you have a wide bladed one. They're all different varieties. The look a little bit different later on.
What would you suggest then?
Sod is going to be the easiest way to match it.
Mm-hmm.
To match it.
Mm-hmm.
That means you got to work.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the bare spots and it can't fill in, the other thing would be is just try to sprig it from existing plants in the ground that you already have. And you can take post hole diggers and go get little plugs and stuff.
That involves working.
Has he ever fainted on the air from advice?
If he did that, he'd be like, hang on, I got to take a break.
Okay. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That, I mean, to match it, that's what you're gonna have to do. How big of an area is it?
Yeah, it's a pretty long area, wide and long, because over the years that zoysia wasn't all back there, but over the 30 years we've been there, it's all come together. It's grown.
Yeah.
Over the years. It's a pretty grass.
Sure. Yeah. It just doesn't spread very fast.
Where do you buy zoysia sod around here?
You got people down at Beck's Turf Farm down toward Tuskegee. You got people backward toward Wilsonville.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the company up there, but that's going to be two closest places to get
But could
sod.
it be centipede?
It could. It just won't match.
When you say match, it won't.
I don't.
The issue.
Your yard's probably like mine. We got a little centipede over there. We got a little weed over here. We got a little bit of that over there. So it's just
got a little weed over there. Well, weeds.
Weeds.
Yeah. So when you say weed,
that
kind of gets specific.
Yeah.
So your mind went to that. I did not go to that at all.
Yeah.
But anyways, most yards around here don't match.
They don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it matches.
Well, and matches, you talk about look, but you're talking about management. So the fertility for the two things would be different. So when you look at the type of turf grass, it's best to have all the same thing. All Bermuda, all centipede, all St. Augustine, all zoysia grass. Even if you have different varieties of zoysia grass, because that list can get even larger. But the fertility requirement for Bermuda grass is high. The fertility requirement for centipede is low. The conditions are different. The looks are different, but it's mostly from the management standpoint. You're going to have to, even if it goes down to the herbicides, you can spray something in the centipede grass, but you can't spray it in a Bermuda or zoysia grass.
Okay.
So when you're talking about managing, you're going to have to treat them with two different animals, two different worlds.
To simplify, what would you do if you just didn't care, just won't have grass out there?
All you do is cut it, right?
Well, Nick Quayle cuts it.
Oh, okay. See there.
Yeah,
well, if you do centipede seed, that's going to take several weeks, several months to even get up and sprout. Now, if you're going to do seed, now's the time to do so, because regardless of what if you do, then you got the whole growing season for it to get established. Centipede is very expensive. It used to be about $25 a pound or more, and it takes probably about 4 to 6 weeks to germinate, very slow to grow, very quick to fill in. And so you're not going to have it full and lush this season. There are some centipede, zoysia seed. I think Zenith maybe is one that's still out there. I don't know if I trust them too much. That might be worth trying. They make all these fill-in stuff with grasses and patches and things like that, and most time it's not an existing grass that's long-term. There may be a perennial grass that's not even designed for Alabama. It may be a cool season grass, just a temporary thing for erosion control. So You can do Bermuda grass seed, which is more of a pasture grass. That's not going to give you the same look either. So
it's going to be green.
It's not an easy answer.
Okay.
Because of,
I didn't realize
because of the establishment and all that. The fastest is the easiest. Ideally, be to get the side to match if you can afford it. Because then most people want the instant loan. It's prepped, it matches, you water it in, boom, you got it forever and ever, amen. So that's going to be the hard part. Or like I said, do the little plugs and match. Or you can go buy from these turf farms. You can buy scraps and plugs and just sprig it. That's called sprigging, and basically it's little roots and stuff.
I tell you what, when Dean on David Road, when we built that new house in the next Steele's Arms Surplus. He went out and bought a bunch of pads or the whole big old thing, and we sprigged it and pulled it apart and stuck it in a hole. But then when we got a truckload of manure, and overnight that we had instant yard just about.
Well, and that's the soil prep's got to be right. You can't just go out there and just sprig it into the ground and expect it to survive. It needs to be loosened up, and if you're going to do seed, you got to provide a bed for it. Then you got to fertilize it and water it. It could be, and that spot. Why does it not have grass there now? Is it?
They dug it up.
They dug it up. Put a line.
The fill line back in there. Yeah. Sod is the easiest, fastest. It matches. A little more expensive. Seed very hard to get established, and it's very slow. But from a long-term management plan, they need to match as much as possible. Typically, especially for herbicides, St. Augustine and centipede are in a category, and the zoysia grass and Bermuda grass are in a category.
See, I didn't realize it was so complicated.
It is. I mean, that's why they come out there. If somebody asks, I've got a problem, I got this issue, especially herbicides, and Master Gardeners not even allowed to answer herbicide questions because it's so complicated. Okay. And a lot of people don't even know what grass they have. Well, say I've got this weed problem. We'll go over to Blake. We'll pick on him in a minute. I got this weed problem. Well, I got dandelions, and I've got henbit, and I got this, and what kind of grass do you have? I don't know. Well, I can't give you the herbicides to know because if he says I think I got centipede, and I give him recommendations, and he goes by it and kills it, then whose fault is it that? So you got to know your turf grass and understand the conditions, the growing conditions, the needs for that. Even when you're selecting a turf grass like we're talking about, Bermuda's going to need full sun, lots of fertility, going to have to mow it. Centipede doesn't care, but it needs water, and it does not like drought. It needs sun. It don't want traffic. It don't want you to baby it. It don't want fertilizing. But if you try to get it around sunlight, around shade, it's going to thin out and lose it.
So that centipede or zoysia or whatever I got on both sides, it's not going to run together.
They will run together, and they will compete each other and fight it out. They'll eventually, one will take over the other based on the conditions.
Okay, so that's
there.
Happened over the
years. But then you could always go the reverse. You could always then use a herbicide to I want to get rid of the centipede or whatever.
So throwing fertilizer on that dirt right now and invite
you could encourage that. It would eventually close in at some point.
But would he do it over a year?
Probably may not.
Okay.
It's not going. I don't think zoysia grass is
going to grow weeds.
Something's going to move in, but it's not going to be aggressive like some of their stuff.
Ellen Dean, you want to plant some more flowers? Huh? Do you? We'll be right back.
On it.
Yeah. Tell you after that answer right there. Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce, good morning to you members. And I'm saying that to individuals. I'm saying that to businesses. I'm saying that to a lot of folks, not just in the Dadeville area, in the Alexander City and the surrounding area too. You can be a part of the Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce. In fact, I would encourage you. Let me call Miss Molly today at 256-825-4019, please.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
On Lake Martin, there's so much to do, but if golf is your sport, you got to get to the all-new Stillwaters Country Club. We offer the region's best course and facility for only $40 per round and cart weekly, and an amazing $45 for weekend play. Make sure to inquire on any of our membership options, including full family, senior, student, or just spouse, options that offer true value for your golfing pleasure. Book your round today at 256-825-1353 and enjoy one of the region's best courses with top-notch service. Stillwaters Country Club, open to the public, golf, dine, and enjoy anytime.
Floyd's Feed and Seed covers both sides of the road in downtown Dable. Incredible selection of plants, stones, insecticides, and gift selection in the additional part. Our original store has tack and boots for men, women, and children, gloves, hats, belts, and Carhartt clothing. Come on in and visit. Open Monday through Saturday for your convenience with a whole lot of service. Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dable, Alabama.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Let's come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Not everyone can be an original, but when it comes to your residential and commercial plumbing needs, depend on the Lake's original plumbing company, Lake Plumbing. Since 1990, Lake Plumbing has served the Lake Martin, Alex City, Dadeville, and eclectic areas with professional plumbing services. And Lake Plumbing is now offering the industry's best in-home water filtration units from the industry's best water filters, Pentair. Call 334-301-3328 today and trust the region's original plumbers, Lake Plumbing. 334-301-3328.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dable, home owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, Lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. And welcome back to the Front Porch on a Tuesday ag morning. Let me say this about Miss Barbara Sokol. Number one, good morning to you, Barbara Sokol. And she was wanting to know this time of the year, how high do you raise your lawnmower blade? Is that?
Yeah, I'm looking. Deck. Yeah. I'm looking at that right now.
What do you say? Board deck?
Mower deck.
More deck.
More deck. Well, I don't know the deck height, but this is because they can vary based on model. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the optimum mowing height, and this is what you would want to do now this time of year. But as you start training the grass, a lot of people leave it up high, and then they begin to get it back down. So the ideal mowing height for Bermuda grass is 1 to 2 inches. Centipede 1 to 2 inches. St. Augustine's typically 2.5 to 4. Zoysia grass 1 to 2, and so you can train that. I've seen Bermuda grass even being trained down to even a little bit smaller than that. So what you want to do, you want to take off typically no more than a third each time. And I know that don't sound realistic, and it's not. But you can, a lot of times you scalp your grass too much, and it causes a lot of stress. It causes a lot of water loss. The biggest thing I see with lawns is, this time of year or even mid-season, is your blade needs to be sharp. Okay, so especially like you talking about zoysia grass. Zoysia grass is thick and hard on a lawnmower. But especially in the summertime, you begin to see. I see yards where you get the little brown tips of it, and the blades are ragged. They're not smooth cut like a scissors. That indicates that your blade is not sharp. And so as it loses moisture, then you have those little ragged edges, and you have a little sort of a gray cast over your lawn. So be sure this time of year, sharpen those blades, get new blades on there, and cut that grass. You can slowly bring it down if it's been high for a while, and bring it down to the optimum height of those. So depending on what types your grass has, 1 to 2 inches is typically the height. What your preference is. St. Augustine's, because it's so coarse, a little bit higher.
Okay.
I cut yesterday and noticed that my blades need sharpening. Do you know how to come? Can you come over and help, Kenny?
No. I'll be honest with you.
See,
I'm tired.
He's on the protest in there something today.
Tea olive tree. That's what I was trying.
Okay, tea olive. Yeah, that's a good smell.
Yeah, but it's I've never heard of a tea olive tree.
Yeah,
but then all of a sudden,
a lot of people like it because of that fragrance. Yeah. Evergreen, typically a large shrub, just small tree. Yeah, good plant.
All right, what are some issues that you're hearing? Right, I mean, we're really early in the season for grass and for planting or gardens. But have you done anything yet?
Well, just a lot of the stuff that I bring up or talk about is things that's going on in my yard and what I'm seeing. And so this time of year, it's just a lot of maintenance going on. I've started to write an article about this. The vegetation has just boomed. With the poison ivy coming out, you got all the, especially in these natural areas, you got grass coming up, you got weeds coming up in flower beds, the vegetable gardens are being taken over. A lot of those are the winter annuals still fading, they haven't disappeared yet. And so to me, there's a lot of weed eating right now. There's a lot of spraying of herbicides to try to knock these things back. You've got such a flush of growth in these areas that you got to do some vegetative management to get them under control, through herbicides or through mowing or through weed eating, and to knock them back so that your other plants can look well and thrive.
Let's talk poison.
Okay.
Because Ellen mixed up some the other day, and I put that backpack on.
Yeah. I did the same thing myself.
Okay, so this, like for do you need to put that one just on a weed and spray it heavily, or just kind of go across it? Or?
No, and some of it depends on the nozzle. So nozzle size, depending if you're doing a backpack, if you're doing a 1 gallon sprayer, or even if you go into something larger on a tractor, droplet size matters, and that's the droplets that come out. So if you have a fan, a lot of times the fan one is the best because it goes out at an angle, has larger droplets. If you do something like a mist and stuff, you're going to get drift. And depending on the type of herbicide, then you get drift because our days have been sort of breezy, even a light breeze 5. And so for me, trying to spray some non-selective herbicides like a glyphosate or something like that, I can't do it around sensitive vegetation, grasses or shrubs or flowers, because of the drift. You got to be careful of that, or strategic how you put it down. So the nozzle size is important what you choose. You don't have to put it right on there and spray it and keep it on there. All you need is a good quick coating. Not even the point of dripping off. That's too much. You just need a nice good coating, and just to keep that pattern when you calibrate, just make good contact with it. That's all you need. And a lot of that depends on the herbicide, but it don't take as much as we think it does.
Because I did, we put those tea olives, it was an area we'd cleaned off.
Right.
And then I just kind of, because the dirt was, you could see it was real light, and so I just sprayed the whole area real good.
Yeah, and as I said, just be careful with the type of nozzle you do, so that if you're misting or spraying on that you don't get that drift in those plants. Put as close as you can. A lot of times you can put some funnels or something on your wand if you need to spot treat a weed in some sensitive areas. Those tricks work and stuff.
This is time you'd be
doing that because you got to get under control.
Yeah.
And I was at a yard yesterday looking at the Japanese honeysuckles coming up, red buds coming up, sweet gums coming up, poison ivy coming up, all Virginia creeper out there. You got Bermuda grass in flower beds. You got every thistles. You got every weed popping up. That's flourishing. That you got to get under control. Especially the lawns. So the lawn being a sensitive area because you want to keep the grass and stuff. Be sure you choose your herbicides wisely. Read the label. Even at the store before you buy it, make sure it's labeled for a centipede grass or a zoysia grass. That way it's safe to use. Those are called selective herbicides. Selective herbicides. So that, and a lot of the problems is broadleaf weeds. What means anything with a round, egg-elongated leaf. It's not a grass. So that's your dandelions, that's your henbit, that's your ground ivy, dichondra, pigweed, and things like that. So you can use those hose-in sprayers or do a mixture to go ahead and get some of those under control. I tell people this time of year, evaluate your yard on that. Again, going to talk about grass. If you got a lot of weeds, then you have typically a fertility issue or a management issue. I don't have enough sunlight. I don't have enough water. I have too much traffic. I'm not putting out lime. I'm not doing the right nutrient problem. The conditions are more favorable for the weeds than they are for the grass. Why is my centipede not thriving? Why is my zoysia grass looking bad? And so taking a soil test first and do that and see where we're putting the right thing out this time of year. And also, but then use the herbicides to control those weeds to knock them back. That gives an opportunity for that grass to then flourish and take off once you have the right fertility program started.
And when you're getting poisoned, concentrate.
Yeah, most of the thing you buy is called a concentrate, and you mix it so many ounces per gallon of water. That would be for your backpack sprayers, the 1 gallon sprayers. It's real convenient for these hosing sprayers that goes on the water hose, and so they're calibrated. Well, all you have to do is water the yard, as long as you don't come in contact with shrubs that are sensitive.
I have the 25 gallon that you hook up to your lawnmower battery.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got a hose on it from here to that wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not just walk all over the place so much. You don't have to sit there and pump. You just hold it.
Lots of convenience there.
Hey, folks, we'll take us a commercial break. We'll be right back. Coons Corner got a real good menu today for lunch. Fried pork chops, one of my favorites. Hash brown casserole, cream corn, black-eyed peas, green beans, mac and cheese, and bread pudding at Coons Corner Deli. And breakfast, they got a heck of a breakfast being served right now.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance now has the Cancer Answer. Our plans cover radiation and chemo treatments, surgery benefits, skin cancer. 30 specified diseases are covered. Our plan also has a return of premium benefit if not used. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Morning obituaries today brought to you by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Miss Gail Hepburn passed away this week. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of first services, and a celebration of life will be planned at a later date. Funeral services for Mr. Joel Leo Pacia, 73, of Wilsonville, will be today at Fort Mitchell National Cemetery at 10 a.m. Radney Funeral Home in charge of those arrangements. Mr. Ronnie Joe Thomas Sr. passed away April 23rd, and a celebration of life service will be held at a later date for him as well, and Radney Funeral Home is in charge of those services. And Mrs. Sheila Fennell, 59 of Alexander City, passed away this week. Her service will be Thursday, May 1st at Radney Funeral Home at 11 o'clock. Visitation will be from 9:30 to 10:30, and the burial will follow in the Alexander Cemetery. And Radney Funeral Home is in charge of Sheila's service as well. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families who've lost loved ones, and we'll be right back.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance is now offering medical insurance. We offer $5 million lifetime maximum per policy. You can customize a plan to fit your healthcare and budget needs. Use any doctor or hospital of your choice. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dable. Owner Randy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, with 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Say hello to Zaxby's Southern Fried Shrimp. You can shrimp it on a salad, shrimp it with fingers, or shrimp it in buffalo sauce. At Zaxby's, there's no wrong way to shrimp. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Welcome back to the Front Porch on a Tuesday morning, the last Tuesday of this month, where our buddy Shane Harris with the Tallapoosa County Extension Agent. God, this time of the year, you know, you come on every month, and you've been doing this for a few decades now. God, this is when we really get into it. You come back out here next month, it's going to be even. That's when the questions
even busier and stuff. Yeah. I want to mention 4-H. We got 4-H stuff on today because we got a big 4-H week. We got Water Festival today at Wind Creek State Park with our county schools. And Alexander City Schools, I think, will be there tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we've got a big group coming to our regional congress, a regional contest at CAC. I think you're serving as a judge. I am. And I'm facilitating public speaking, so I'll be there with you to keep you straight and all that. But we had a big event back in early April. Over 65, maybe 68 kids from across the county came to our county contest. I think we have 26 now are going to regionals to represent Tallapoosa County on Thursday and all the different contests and activities and things like that. So
what big interest are you seeing trending with young folks these days? 4-H. What are they really going after? Because there's so much. When you say 4-H now, it really is wild.
Probably not necessarily one thing or the other. I mean, we always have baked foods contest. That was our biggest. We had a big turnout this year. Public speaking is something we always push, even though they don't want to do a speech at an early age, but pays the dividends down the road. Our ambassadors are evidence of that because they become leaders. We're wrapping up this year with 5 ambassadors to represent 5 ambassadors for Tallapoosa County, part of the state. So 5 out of 30 or 31 are from Tallapoosa County. So we're continuing to grow and expand as much as possible. We've got a lot coming up this summer, and we'll maybe have some of the age assistants on coming up. Beginning in June and July, we'll have a lot of community clubs and activities in New Site, Alexander City, Railtown, and Dayville. We'll have several series of things and activities going on that the parents can send their kids to be part of and continue to do 4-H this summer. So we're excited about that, doing a kayak camp. We're doing a fishing day. We'll probably have art camp again. We're going to do a naturalist 3-day camp at Wind Creek State Park on that, about keeping kids outside. So we've got a lot coming on, and so we'll be back on to help promote those and let parents know that, hey, there's something they can do. 4-H will not end with school closing. Good. We're finishing our 4-H year. It'll wrap up, finish on Thursday, but we'll still have all these summer activities, interactive things that you kids can see and explore different things. So what are kids involved with? We don't know, but we try to invite and do as much as we can so they have a buffet of choices that they can go fishing for the first time. They can come and explore their art and do some painting. We can get outside and look at bugs and play in the water. We can teach them how to do some kayaking, and hopefully soon we'll have an arena that they can start doing some animal science projects as well.
Would they? Is there a charge for those camps?
Maybe a small charge. It may be $5, $10. Something, and that's mostly just to offset our costs, our expenses, materials, and things like that. We have been blessed. We've had a lot of donations and sponsors even to offset some of those costs. And so, but this year we will be at Cooper Rec. Miss Emily Smith will be leading those events at Cooper Rec for Alexander City. So we'll have a lot of things going on there.
Let me tell you, get your young folks, your children involved, especially get their summer lined up for them. They're not going to line it up. Not many of them will.
Well, and today, going in, they have such a short summer. They only basically got almost 2 months, 2 months and maybe a week because the school starts early August. Even my oldest one says, I want to enjoy my summer because I don't have much of one and stuff. So, but we've got these things lined up and want the parents to participate in between your vacations, your activities, and baseball games and all-stars and all that kind of stuff. Support your kids and send them to some of these day camps. Nothing's overnight. It may be a half day, it may be a full day to explore those interests and stuff like that.
It's a memory maker for them.
In this case, it's exposure. That's all I say is exposure. Like, what do they like? They don't know what they like. They don't know what they want to do growing up. And so doing these contests, doing these activities, it may be that, hey, I wind up being a good speaker. It may be that I really love art, or I love working with animals, or hey, I love the outside. So anything I can do outside, I might want to do that even for a career.
They find their calling.
They find their calling and their passion, and so we're trying to get them away from the electronics, get them outside to be exposed to these things and try new things. And so we need the parent support. We appreciate the teachers and our administration from the school support. And so hopefully the kids will continue, and we'll get to do some lots of fun things. We always make it fun.
Yeah.
There's always learning, but there's always a lot of fun to go with it too.
Let's talk raised beds.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing this time of the year a raised bed. I know Will Dean, they live at the lake, and they 2 4x12s.
Yeah.
I mean, you can plan a lot in
you can.
something like that.
Yeah, when you start doing gardening, and you got to think, well, start probably like, what am I going to do with it? Okay, do I have is it a family of two, a couple maybe? Do I have some kids? What am I going to do with this crop once it comes in?
I told them think about learning how to can.
Well, that's what I was going with. Okay, are you having strictly for fresh eating? The fruits and vegetables, are you going to can? Are you going to freeze it? Are you going to give it away? And so I talked about that in an article here recently. Okay, there's different levels of gardening. What is my levels going to be? You can start off small as a beginner gardener like yourself. I put you like a level 2. I was thinking of you and your containers level 1. You're a level 1. But when I wrote that article, I was thinking Kenny on his back spark.
It's real simple.
Yeah, you have that container back there. You grow your peppers. You got a few things and stuff, and you just have a little hobby stuff. But then you can move into a level 2 or level 3 and get real excited about it and get more experienced. But a lot of times it just depends on what you like to grow, what you like to eat, and primarily what are you going to do with it. You're not going to save, and I mentioned in the article, you're not going to save money by doing a garden.
No, but
because like raised beds are expensive even to get established.
There's nothing like it though.
That's right. There's other reasons behind that, because I can go out there and pick a tomato or a squash and bring it in there and have a nice, good meal. Or I want to can it and I can preserve that for later on. Or if I just like growing it, it's fun to grow, it's something to do, it's good therapy, I can get outside, and then I can take that bounty that I've been blessed with and give it to some other people.
It's nothing like it. I always think about Emily and Ricky Mann. Good morning to y'all, Mann Farms. They have a garden pretty much year round. But when they want a salad, they can go out into their garden and pick everything they want right out of their fresh garden. It's just nothing like that.
Yeah, but a garden has an abundance.
Yeah.
The tomatoes will keep producing, the beans are going to produce, and we're going again. We're having squash again. We've had it like 5 nights in a row because it keeps coming in. So you got to have a plan. When the harvest does come in and you're successful, what are you going to do?
All right, let me ask you this: a canning versus freezing.
Yeah, you're not in my world, but that's fine. Yeah,
I guess I just think if you learn how to can, I've just always heard people say that it's fresher maybe when you go get that can versus freezing.
Well, it's going to be fresh freezing as long as it's not been there for several years.
Yeah.
So you're still going to get that freshness, but you're going to get a long term and maybe even a different taste and stuff. Like I won't eat. You've heard me say I won't eat green beans out of a tin can.
My mama's canned beans are the best.
Absolutely,
beans.
home
You're
cooked.
right.
And we had some this week. So those things that has a lot of value to it and stuff compared to the availability of other things. But the fresh produce coming in, going out there and picking a tomato, making some fried green tomatoes out there. There's just nothing like that, and that. Again, you got to have other reasons to provide saving money.
You mentioned cost. I know when I went and got my pails and my buckets, and some of that was pretty costly to start with.
It's an investment.
I've got them for years. I was talking about Will Dean and his 2 4x12s.
Right.
There's a cost to start with, but then you've got that out of the way.
Correct. That's right.
But can
you have to buy a tractor? Do you have to buy a tiller? Those things, that starts building up costs the bigger you get.
Yeah. Hey, folks, got questions? We'll be right back. Forbes Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama. Let me tell you what, they've been there for, I don't know, decades, we'll say that. But it's always been the family. It's all about the family. And they know when they're helping you with your servicing your vehicle, they're getting tires for your vehicle, you're buying a vehicle from them. They know it's still about your family. That's just the way they do business at Forbes Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or at Montgomery 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
Alexander City, Alabama, it's that time of year again, and I hope you're ready. It's the 9th annual Blues in the Park, Saturday, May the 17th at Strand Park, Park Place, Alexander City, Alabama. And performing live is Pastor Derek the Changeman Smith, Joe D and Band, T-Man, Gwinnett, Miss Poochie, Honey Girl and J Fly Barber, SSK with TT Baker, Janelle the Sexy Diva of Southern Soul, Wasted Time, Bad News, Taiwan, and many, many more. Tents and coolers welcome, no grill. Tent set up 10 a.m. Showtime at 2 p.m. And sponsors, if you want to be a part of this good event, call 256-496-1958 or 256-794-5361. It's the official 9th annual Blues in the Park, Saturday, May the 17th. Come in peace and leave in peace, and don't miss this event.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you. And now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word AND.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
$7:15, or I got to be exact with you. It's 7:15 now because we got this brand new clock out here.
I noticed that. I kept looking to see if it was right for a change. Like, do I got 15 more minutes, or am I 15 minutes behind?
But it's always 19 degrees Celsius in here.
Yeah, we don't.
Constant, I guess.
We used to go death. We got a clock because it's been about 20-something years since we had a clock that worked. You know that.
I know that, and all the colors and stuff. I was like, is that my eyes, or is it supposed to look like that?
No, it's kind of funky.
Skittle commercials. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah,
Skittles, yeah.
Kind of funky looking.
Yeah.
We were talking about the cost of gardening. I don't know if you can put a cost on that, because when you can go out and get a tomato or peppers or whatever and take it on the inside, that's just I love it. It's just nothing a better feeling.
Yeah. The negative comes out, and I'm speaking from lots of experience. Is the negative when you put all that time and effort and don't get much of a harvest. Because the bugs have eaten it. That's why I started getting the fried green tomatoes out a little faster and start eating them, because I know the bugs are going to kill them by the time they turn red. So. Or the disease wipes them out. You've invested that time, or the wind has blown the corn down, or something in that regard. And so it's always a challenge.
Scott just said deer.
Deer, squirrels, rabbits, everything, it comes through there.
They got to eat too, though.
They got to eat too. So you just have to plan for that. You have to manage for that. You have to understand that. And that's where if you know, hey, I got to be out there and scout. And so you're investing a lot of time and money. And especially the time, you got to be out there and check. See, there's caterpillars on my cabbage. I've got to do something about that, or I've got to spray this issue going on, or I got to add some mulch, or we got to put water. So it's not something you just can go out there and expect it to thrive and walk away. You've got to be out there almost every day, or a couple times a day.
You got to work it and keep weeds out of it.
It's always changing, and the more it grows and stuff, the more it becomes a bigger environment for other things, other problems.
Hey, let me mention, this is not really what we're talking about, bird feeders. Let me tell you about bird feeders. Get you a cheap one. Don't worry about getting real nice, heavy metal, because you know what? Dead blame squirrels going to get on them. They're going to knock them down, and then you can't get them put back together. I've known that. And so I went yesterday and got just a regular old bird feeder like I've had before, and it's been hanging for years for $9.97. Ain't no sense in spending a lot of money on a dead blame bird feeder that all you're gonna be doing is fighting the squirrels.
Yes,
I feel better. I think I'll sleep better.
You vented
now. It's illegal. I mean, you can use bird feeders like as bait fields if you're a squirrel hunter. Put them out there.
Never thought about that.
For baiting the field, for other things.
I have never thought about that.
But you're baiting squirrels all you're doing. Those bird feeders.
I've bought bird feeders over the years, and some like I said, the heavy, and it's just it ain't worth it. So just get you an old cheap one, old plastic, and most of them squirrels will try to eat through that plastic anyway.
And most people stop feeding them in the summer anyway.
Oh, really?
Historically, they just don't do it and stuff. I've kept my feeders out year round this last time, just for entertainment and stuff. And I've noticed the activity around them is continue, and they're doing all the singing. So there seems to be more in the environment. And so if you're doing birds and stuff, you got to create that environment. You got to have a habitat. You got to have the perches. You got to have the nesting areas and all that. And so all they do is they're doing a lot more singing. Seems like around the house here lately.
We've got baby birds on the door down to the lake. And
what kind?
I don't know.
Are they up in the eave?
They're in the flower on the door.
Wow.
So is it probably a wren?
It's a wren. It's a wren.
The brown one.
There's 4 or 5 of them in there, and we haven't used the door because we haven't used the door, but they're poking their heads up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there were like 5 eggs the other day, and so we've been watching them. But as soon as they're gone, they're gone. We got to get rid of them.
You got to do that.
But now there's the mama and the mama and the daddy come in there.
Oh yeah.
They all fly in and fly out. And we've got a motion sensor down there, and they set it off.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Those Carolina wrens, and it's what you're referring to. They'll nest in anything. I saw
house.
in the house boxes, clotheslines, hanging baskets and stuff. I've even had a nest in the front grill of my truck.
Really?
It's still got
In
strong.
the garage,
And that's outside. It's just not. It's outside. So
extension cord hanging on a nail in the garage, about that thick. And last year I went over to move it, and a bird nest fell out of it.
Yeah, they don't need much, but just they want to be happy, just like you want to be happy in your house. They want to be happy in their
And
house.
talk about that. You see this later on the summer, and those from out in the country and have the barns and stuff may see this. I was fascinated with dirt daubers and stuff, and watching them bring the mud and then make the dirt daubers on the wall or wherever they are. But sometimes they'll put it on a cord, or out hanging just on a string or something, or in weird places wherever they can find a place, and then they'll bring the spiders. And so that was our entertainment in the summer out in the country, is watching them bring the spiders, and they drop the spiders and they try to carry it up the wall and put it in the stuff, and it's just fascinated. So that
Is this me a bad person if I saw a spider in a web the other day, and a little wasp? I don't know. It was not a red wasp. It was like a little yellow guinea wasp, maybe just a small wasp.
Yeah.
Flew into that spider web, and that spider tore him up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I sat there and just watched it.
Well, that's nature.
I know it.
It's got to eat too.
Yeah.
You were talking about everything. You were talking about nature. Nature can be so good for children to see things. It's just the simple things, and it's kind of like a garden. A lot of times it's just those simple things, showing children how to plant a garden. I know when WW was over, when I was planting my cucumbers and my peppers last week before last, he got into patting that dirt. So so maybe they'll grow up wanting to do the same thing. I'm not a big time farmer,
and that was my entertainment. That's what got me into the bugs. I would watch the ground wasp out there digging, and then you take a little dirt and stuff and you push it out there, and she'd come out mad and all that and stuff. And it was just entertainment, because then you can see what she would start digging and stuff, and she'd walk around and she's harmless, and she'd look at you and stuff, and then she'd go and come back and seeing the caterpillars or watching the fire ants build. I mean, the ants and stuff, the bees. I mean, they are workers.
And fire ants are bad, right?
Fire ants are bad, and that's my article coming up from next month on fire ants. But just the details, I disturbed a carpenter ant nest that was under a tarp in my garden, and boy, they run and get the stuff and move stuff. But they're fascinated on how they're able to do things and make things and build things. If they're making a paper wasp or if they're making a spider web, it's just fascinating on what they can do. And the dedication, effort, we learn something from them.
Is that why you got into what you do today?
That's some of the very beginnings.
Wow.
It absolutely was. I wanted to be a biologist growing up because I love the nature. I love the birds. I loved all the animal science. Zoology was my. Then I got into the plants, so I'm actually probably the opposite now as an adult because I get paid for the plant side. But all that is always fascinating. Anything outside I appreciate and just admire.
I knew when I made a 6 on that biology test at Central Alabama Community College in the fall of 1971. That's on quarter I went.
What did you get right?
I think on my name.
Oh, okay. You filled it out correctly.
Yeah.
You turned it in.
I turned it in. But and let me just I just noticed recently at Central Alabama Community College where they had some guys that just graduated from skid steers and other equipment. Yeah. That's huge. A young person that gets that degree, and then they get out there and get to really learn how to operate a caterpillar or excavator or whatever. There's jobs out there. I mean, you can work for somebody for, let's say, for a while, then all of a sudden you say, I can do this on my own and you can stay busy for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for coming out here.
Oh, yeah, always enjoy it.
Look forward
Enjoy
to
the conversation.
Look forward to you being back out here next month, because next month, that's when the things gonna really be going.
We'll start getting it probably to some problems and issues then. You can call about what to do about this, what to do about that.
If you got questions, call 256-825-1050 and ask the man. We'll be right back. Doc's. First, I'm going to tell you about Doc's Cafe. It's at the cafeteria at Russell Medical. Due to some help issues or not having enough help, their salad bar has not been in full swing lately. So I know a lot of folks go just for that. So I thought I'd at least let you know that. But I know for lunch today, meatloaf or hot dogs with chili and cheese, field peas, crinkle fries, butter beans, broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole, and Willie's chili. That's Willie's chili at Doc's Cafe.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644.
It's coming up on 7:30 on a Tuesday morning, the last Tuesday of April. Welcome back to the front porch, and it's always a treat. It's always an honor to have the one and only Henry Foy out here with us with Emporium Wine.
Hello.
Hello. Downtown Alex City.
That's right.
The man.
Calhoun Street.
That still, yeah, so far.
Have you been doing any work on the inside of it?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, you answered that in a hurry. Boy, have you done some work?
Well,
over the years.
I had a little project I wanted to get done, but I got delayed and something else came up, and you know, so many demands on our time.
This time of the year, of course, spring, with wine, with the cigars, with the people being outside more. Is this all good for Emporium Wine?
It's good. It's good for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's good for
It's a
me
good season.
because I'm like Shane. I like to be outside.
Are you a gardener?
Not anymore.
Did you?
I had a nice
Really?
garden, yeah. But you know, he's right. You got to be out there every day, and
You don't have the time.
And I don't have the time. And sometimes twice a day.
You know, we didn't talk about this much, but it's almost cheaper just to go buy.
Well, and I
but
know
it's not
that.
as good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I used to.
You're right.
My mom and dad would
It's
go like,
generally
"Golly, it costs a lot."
generally not as good.
Yeah.
But your homegrown products are not going to be perfect.
No.
The way they're going to cherry pick what they put in the stores, most of them, unless it's a discount grocer or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but you're going to have some imperfections on your tomatoes, and he's right. You're going to have some bugs and things.
But let me tell you about those imperfections. We had a couple of big old tomatoes, really a good taste this time of the year, and they've been sitting on that cabinet for a while, and I got to look at them yesterday. Well, you know what? You can cut around those imperfections, and I cut that dead blame thing. I dissected it yesterday for lunch, and yesterday or last night with my leftover grilled pork chop and field peas.
Well, you can eat the worm in that tomato.
No,
all he's
no.
doing is eating the tomato. So
I
it's just,
don't care. If it's dark looking, I ain't eating. I ain't gonna eat no worm.
The worm is protein.
No, not for me.
Okay.
You probably drink the tequila with the worm in it, don't you?
I have got a bottle from Mexico City.
It's got a worm in it?
Yeah, from 1983.
Is it still alive?
No, it's shrunk. It took about 4 years, but it sunk down.
I really didn't know if
we discussed this past weekend, but I've got a bottle. It's never been opened, but it has the little.
Probably good if you don't ever open it. Tequila will make you run naked through the woods.
It came from Mexico City. This is real stuff. Everything on the front of the label is all in Spanish, but it's got a little grub worm at the bottom of it. Yeah,
I don't guess I've ever seen. I've never seen that.
Can we get back to the
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that the fascination of growing your own something that you can eat. Okay, you don't have to go overboard. You can plant one bean plant, and you folks just really we don't understand. How easy that it's not really easy. Beans are pretty easy. You plant them and they'll grow. There's no reason for there to be hunger.
Yeah, you're right.
That's to me. That's like plant something.
All right. When you were growing up at the Foy home, did y'all have garden?
My grandmother had a large garden, and my mother was in that garden probably every day. They were both in that garden.
I bet her hair looked neat. That was the cleanest, neatest woman I've seen in my life, your mama. I just had to say that.
I don't remember her hair in particular.
Well, as she got older, it was just absolutely silver gorgeous.
Well, you know, that was when was when women took
Yours
care
is
of
silver
it.
too.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. but
yours would be.
Mine would be.
It would
but
be.
I was the same way. My parents did not have one, but my grandparents, my mom and papa all town, and they had a big one. I don't ever remember working it myself, but I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He sold produce.
Yeah.
He planted 8,000 sweet potato plants
Oh,
every year.
wow. I had a sweet potato last night. And I ran into a couple the other day, and we're talking about sweet potatoes, and I could tell they were health nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And a sweet potato, if you eat one every day, it's good for you. You
We
can't
eat 'em
go
raw out of the garden. We sit there and carve them, eat them raw.
Really?
Oh.
I don't know about that. I put mine in the crock pot for 3 hours. But
Crock pot?
Yeah. Somebody told me a while back that they wrapped it up in tin foil,
Uh-huh.
put it in the crock pot for 3 hours, and it's perfect.
Oh,
You ain't got
so
to
you
worry
use like
about
a
it.
bake, yeah.
You ain't got to worry about it. But they're really good for you. And from the
Problem
looks,
is, you put all that butter and all that cinnamon and all that brown sugar on top of it. It sure is good.
we just put a little cinnamon on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cinnamon's good for you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so many things out now, even in the drinking world.
Yeah.
You're encouraged to drink a bottle, or not a
Bottle.
drink.
Drink
wine. Hey, I got to tell you, I've told this on my dad. Wilma Dean and Mary Frances Dean, growing up in that family, drinking was not part of it. They didn't do it, and they sure didn't expect anybody else in the family to do it. Well, my dad, after he had a heart attack and had his surgery, that's when I had the depot, and I sold wine and beer in it. Well, somebody told Wilma said, you ought to get you a bottle of wine. Said it'd be good for you. Well, I did. And he came down there, and I don't think he bought it, but of course his money was in that building anyway. So he got a bottle. Well, then Wilma started liking wine. He come down there and he said, son, said station wagon back there on that third row, said, put it under the back seat. And then about 2 days later, he's coming back. He got to liking wine. So what I'm saying, wine can be good for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that better than anybody.
Yeah, but there's a downside.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It is to anything. Overabundance of anything.
Moderation.
Moderation, yeah.
That's another big word.
I like that one. I use it every night, but between 7 and 9. Moderation. All right, this time of the year, red or white? Or does that time of the year not
I
have
don't
anything?
think for me, it does not matter.
Okay.
The seasons are messed up anyway.
I agree with you.
What we think, well, it's too hot. Well, you're not going outside anyway.
You're in the air conditioner.
You know? So what do you mean it's too hot? Yeah, it's too hot outside, but you're having a steak off the grill and you want a white wine with that? Probably not.
Oh,
now,
really?
some people,
Okay.
that's all they'll drink is white wine. Some people only drink red. But with a red meat, typically you would think a red wine.
Okay.
And it does go very well. A
Fish,
red wine
white? Fish, white. Chicken, white.
The old time rule was white meat, white wine, red meat, red wine.
Okay.
I
Never
don't-
thought about this.
That's not really. We don't publish that.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, I'm with you.
Because I typically like a red wine with just about everything. Once in a while, I'll say that a white would be good with that. Maybe a delicate fish, I'm going to probably want. But if I've got something on the grill that's got a little char on it, chicken, pork, I don't care. I want a red wine.
You heard it first, right here on the front
There you
porch.
go.
Hey, folks, we'll be right back with more of the front porch. City of Alexander City. Folks, if you're looking for a job that's got benefits, if you're looking for a job that maybe one of those departments has your name on it, and I mean you have that calling to be in that department, and then you can be a part of the City of Alexander City. You want to apply today, go to the website, City of Alexander City.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton, clearing and grading.
Since 1966, Camping World has been America's RV dealer, selling over 1 million RVs. RVs that are built right here in America to see America. And Camping World has the most affordable RVs available, giving you the freedom to explore our great country. Take advantage of Built in America pricing on over 25,000 new RVs. With travel trailers starting at just $92 a month, fifth wheel starting at $227, and motorhome starting at $563. Pursue your American dream at Camping World. Since 1966, Camping World has been America's RV dealer, selling over 1 million RVs. RVs that are built right here in America to see America. And Camping World has the most affordable RVs available, giving you the freedom to explore our great country. Take advantage of Built in America pricing on over 25,000 new RVs. With travel trailers starting at just $92 a month, fifth wheel starting at $227, and motorhome starting at $563. Pursue your American dream at Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Here with us with Henry Ford from Emporium Wine, downtown Alexander City on Calhoun Street. You know, downtown Alexander City is I love it. Is it thriving? As much as I'd like to say it is, it's not. What does it take? It really goes back to you got to invest. You invested.
We only have about 5 minutes
I know.
Okay, well, we can run over. That's all right. We own this
But
station.
you invested I think about Larkin, Radney, Kenny Riley. They've invested. I think about the Meachams at the Square. They've invested, and I know I'm leaving a lot of folks out, but those are people that have invested their money.
Well, what we need, and particularly right now with the economic uncertainty that we face, is we have to understand that yes, we can order from Amazon, and it is so easy, and we can go to Opelika because there's so much choice. But what we don't understand is this is our home for a lot of us, and even those that are not native came here for a reason. They liked it, they stayed, okay? We don't seem to appreciate how great this little town is and how important it is for us to put that stuff aside and get on board, and let's make this little town what we think it should be. I'm done.
No, but still, you got, it takes money. You got to invest. But also, those,
and I'd be happy to invest, but I've got to have a return. I cannot.
Shop at home.
I can't continue to put in. No business can operate in a constant deficit. That's all there is to it. So how do you get that? Well, number one, you got to be nice to people. All right. So is our customer service in this community on par? Sometimes I think, yes, I see places where, wow, that person went out of their way to help me. And that's what we try to do. We're not perfect. I know there are some people that I have alienated.
Me?
Imagine, you know, I know you can't make everybody happy every time, and some people don't like the price of this or the price of that, and they say, well, I can go somewhere else and get it. Fine, but
that's all you say is fine.
But
I've been in your place, and I see how Blair treats folks. I've been in Cloud 9. I see how Amanda Sullivan and her staff, how they treat folks. I've been in the Square where the new Merle Norman is, which is absolutely gorgeous in there. You got two girls. You got Robin and Vicky. They're sisters. They know that business, and they're going to grow that business. So, but here again, it takes people. It takes personalities.
It does, but you really you can't do it alone. And we have to have the we have to have the support of the community. That's really important. But at the same time, what we don't often wanted, we really have to let the community know how much we do appreciate that, and it's a two-way street.
Well, Alexander City is such a unique place, and we do have a lot of great things. We got 2 hotels. When they're up this year and running, and people start using them, that money comes back to us. That tax dollar comes back to us, and that's going to be a big booster, right there.
And they will shop downtown. That's the thing we forget. 280 is a commercial mecca. That's great. But the downtown is the part that really excites people who have never been here. What a cute little town you have. We can't see it because we're too busy. Okay? We're too busy fussing about which streets are going to get paved and which are not, and you know, whatever else.
This is a hot button, I think. So the downtown businesses, would there be any chance of them staying open later? You know, till 6:30 at night, not close down at 5 or 5:30 sometimes.
Yeah,
because people who work, they don't get the opportunity. You know, we ride through downtown, but we don't stop because we're headed to the office or we're headed over here to this appointment.
I think everybody would have to agree on the same night.
I think that you're right. That is a hot button, and it's an easy way out. It's not necessarily practical. And I can give you the examples. Try getting in the bank after 4 o'clock. Try getting get an appointment with a doctor on Friday. Okay, you look at me and you say, well, you ought to stay open later. Well, guess what? We tried that.
I know, and they didn't come.
How do you 9 to 5? Okay, you know. Why am I 10 to 6?
Yeah.
So it's a
point.
really tough question.
Good point.
Yep.
Well, you got to look at downtown Alexander City. It closed at noon for on Wednesdays, and banks did too.
That's why I went to work for the bank out of college. 4.5 days a week.
Yeah,
This is great.
yeah. And then that changed.
It did. I didn't like that anymore.
Why did I choose this?
So now it's what, 2 days a week?
Get him, Henry, get him.
I gotta go.
But really, this is such a unique place, and got some great people that work it, and you know, with some of these bigger stores, I'll go to Publix and the service you get there, Chick-fil-A, the service you get from there. I think we're changing our attitude.
I think we are. I will say that there's another large store that I've been in, and I've noticed that since Publix has been here, that wow, these folks are a lot nicer than they used to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
and it's something that I am conscious of. I need to be nicer to people.
I think we're seeing it in the banks when you walk in. Somebody's going to welcome you to that bank. I even see it in Dollar General when you walk through that cashier.
Welcome to Dollar General.
Yeah. Well, golly.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's how long did it take to say welcome to Dollar General? You talking about seconds to be nice to people, a smile. It doesn't take an effort to smile at people, to say hello to people, and I think that's.
Come see us.
Yeah, come see us. Yeah, exactly. Right.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we sure do. And Jake's, you know, my old buddy Jake at downtown Alexander City. I think about Jake. You know, sits out front until it's time to go to work. And I love to holler at him. I love to blow the horn at him. Same way with Henry Foy. But just.
When I see Henry and Walter sitting out there, I kind of like ease around. Like,
yeah, you better.
Yeah.
Walter Coda, good morning. Good
Yeah.
morning to you. But
and Kenny slides in there too.
Kenny Riley. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll slide in there too.
But you. But I think about Henry Foy. I think about the people that you come in contact with. You've introduced me to a lot of folks that I didn't know that weren't from around here in your business, and so you know people know about downtown Alexander City, but I don't know, maybe we just want you to know more about our hometown. We'll be right back. Merle Norman, downtown Alexander City, inside the square. Let me tell you something. Vicki and Robin, they know the business. Merle Norman, the product has been around for a long time. Inside the square now, it's on Calhoun Street. In fact, it's right next to my old buddy Henry Ford right here at Emporium Wine. But still the same amazing products that you've been getting from Merle Norman for many, many years. Go by and see the girls at Merle Norman, downtown Alexander City. Lake Martin Garden Shop. Let me tell you something. If you're looking for plants, you just found them. I'm talking about quality plants located on Highway 63 South, really in our town area. If you're looking for baled hay, baled pine straw, they have them. quality plants, quality folks work there at Lake Martin Garden Shop, Highway 63 South in our town, Alabama.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes, including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Hi, my name's Mac Alexander. This is my wife, Carolyn Alexander. And the reason we love our church, it's just an awesome family of believers in Jesus Christ. And our church genuinely has a heart for souls and community.
And we love our Sunday school class. It's a wonderful group of people. And we pray for each other in the good times and in the hard times.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
I got him wound up out here. I'm gonna wind him up and just let him go. Cubby, thank you for being with us again today, this week. I know Ryan Fuller's out on work details right now to better do things here at the station. Henry Foy Emporium Wines, located in downtown Alexander City on Calhoun Street. A great selection of wines, liqueurs, and also cigars. Give that man a cigar. Cub, get us out of here.